climbing Mount Olympus to fighting bosses in epic battles, the God of War franchise has always been one of my favorites. God of War 3 is the last game in the trilogy, and it's time to earn its Platinum trophy. This game has a difficulty rating of 4 out of 10 and offers a total of 35 trophies, of which I've already earned 30. These are the trophies that I need to earn the Platinum. The trophy Unhuman requires playing the game on Titan mode, so I'm going through it for a second time. The game begins with Kratos and the Titans climbing Mount Olympus together to fight Zeus and take control of the world. The first boss you face is Poseidon, who looks like a horse and controls the ocean. This fight can be pretty annoying, especially on Titan mode. There are a few parts to the fight, and the game gives you short breaks between them, maybe so you can recover. You fight Poseidon first in a tight passageway, and later the battle moves to the top of Gaia. After hitting him really hard, Poseidon gets knocked out of his horse form. Then you get to see Kratos kill him from a first-person view, which I thought was really cool. After that, you see a cutscene where Kratos gets blasted by a lightning bolt from Zeus, and he falls all the way to hell, specifically in River Styx, which then strips Kratos of all his powers and strength. After that, you do a small puzzle to get the Bow of Apollo, which lets you open up new areas in the game. There's also a small heat fan puzzle you need to solve so you can fly up to the door. When you return to the place where you started, you can use the bow to open the door to get into Hades' lair. To fight Hades, you need to solve a small puzzle that can be a bit tricky but not too hard. After you break open a statue and go inside, the fight with Hades begins. This fight was really cool, especially when Hades was in his final form and you had to swing across to the other side using the chains. Once you finish this fight, you want to dive into the water and pick up this item, which will be important for unlocking this trophy. After going through the portal to the city of Olympus, you run into Gaia again. This time, she refuses to help, so Kratos cuts off her hand. Later, when you're on the rooftops, you find Helios and shoot him down. After the fight, Kratos rips off his head to use it as a flashlight. Then you head down into the caverns, where there's another fight, followed by a really cool flying part where you dodge obstacles. After that, you reach the labyrinth and run into Hermes. You chase him for a bit, and instead of escaping, he chooses to fight, so Kratos kills him too. After finishing a pretty boring puzzle, you reach Hercules. Kratos ends up killing him by smashing his face into the ground. After finishing Poseidon's lair, you reach a box puzzle that you have to solve to open a door. Once it's done, you enter Tartarus. In this area, you can use Hades' weapon, and if you keep using the same move, you can unlock the Hitman trophy. When you reach the bottom of the pit of Tartarus, you fight Kronos. It's a fun fight even on this difficulty, and Kratos ends up killing him to get a stone that he needs. After Kratos gives the stone to Hephaestus, he builds a new weapon for him, but then tries to kill Kratos, so Kratos kills him too. After making my way outside, Kratos meets Hera again. This time, you have to solve a big puzzle to escape. I also got the priceless trophy for picking up the wine glass she threw. The key to the puzzle is looking at it from a different angle. Once you figure it out and put all the pieces in place, you can walk up to the stairs. After finishing the maze, you enter the labyrinth, where you have to fight a giant scorpion to get the stone needed to operate it. Once you are inside the labyrinth, it's mostly just combat and you have to survive. You also save Pandora, who is trapped in a cage, and you help her escape. When you make it out of the labyrinth, you have to free the chains of balance from the 3 wise men, holding it together. Finally, when you make it back up to Olympus, Kratos fights Zeus, and this fight was almost impossible until I realized you can use Hercules' gauntlets to block and parry almost every attack. This fight did also have multiple parts to it, and when you do finally kill Zeus, he comes back and kills Kratos, which makes him go into this dark moment where he sees his past. But once Kratos reaches the end of his self-acceptance, we see him kill Zeus in this first person, which was pretty cool and bloody. Kratos then stabs himself to try and remove the power he had inside of himself, and after long credits, I finally got the trophy for completing the game in Titan mode. After completing the game, the remaining trophy I had was for finishing the challenges of Olympus, which were harder than the game for some reason. However, I did end up completing them, and I finally got the trophy up to the challenge and the Platinum trophy. So that was the God of War 3 Platinum trophy experience, and it was pretty fun besides like a few trophies. But anyways, that's it for now. Goodbye.